It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's all ghost town.
I've crossed the deserts for miles, swam water for time, searching places to find a piece of something to call mine, a piece of something to call mine. When I know many moors, walk through many doors, the place where I wanna be is the place I can call mine, is the place I can call mine. I'm moving, I'm coming, can you hear what I hear? It's calling you, my dear, out of reach. Say it to my feet, I can hear it calling you. I'm coming, not drowning, swimming closer to you. Never been here before, I'm intrigued, I'm unsure, I'm searching for more. I've got something that's all mine, I've got something that's all mine. I'm moving, I'm coming, can you hear what I hear? It's calling you, my dear, out of reach. Say it to my feet, I can hear it calling you. I'm coming, not drowning, swimming closer to you. Take me somewhere I can breathe, I've got so much to see. This is where I wanna be, in a place I can call mine, in a place I can call mine. I'm moving, I'm coming, can you hear what I hear? It's calling you, my dear, out of reach. Say it to my feet, I can hear it calling you. I'm coming, not drowning, swimming closer to you.
declare that this is who I am for anyone that cares. I didn't change who I am. I've always been a man. Still it changed your world. But Dad, I'll always stay your little girl. 10 years ago, I know you had a hard time, and I tried and tried, 'cause I want you in my life. I'm just living true, no doubt in my mind, and these changes, they take time, you'll find. I didn't change who I am. I've always been a man. Still it changed your world. But Dad, I'll always stay your little girl. I know that you accept me as your son, but that doesn't mean your daughter ever did run. I'll always be close to you, no matter what. I love you and no doors are ever shut. I didn't change who I am. I've always been a man. Still it changed your world. But Dad, I'll always stay your little girl. I didn't change who I am. I've always been a man. Still it changed your world. But Dad, I'll always stay your little girl. But Dad, I'll always stay your little girl.
Persecuting of the Christians, St. Constantine. Those Christians down there, Colosseum for what these glories and to be the martyrs no more. persecuting of the Christians who sing Constantine.
Welcome to CLACCA ULC. My name is Mr. Rev Comrade Rowley, and my apologies for the late running of this church service. I had to teach someone how to do a gender affirmation baptism service, and video clips of that will be coming soon in the next few weeks to CLACCA ULC. Let's see. I would just like to acknowledge that the land that we're meeting on is of the Gadigal and the Wangal people of the Eora Nation, and I pay my respects of the elders, both past and present. Recognise sovereignty, treaty, and social justice has never been ceded. And I've just realised I just need to correct that date. Cool. That's better. Better. So there is a couple of announcements. So as I just mentioned, we just taught someone how to do a transgender baptism, and it is part of these certificate. I'm as part of my teaching qualifications I'm doing at TAFE New South Wales. I'm doing a certificate 4 I'm teaching subjects from the Certificate 4 in celebrancy. That's never been done at TAFE New South Wales, but they're in training me to be a celebrant teacher. They're allowing me to do it while it's well, they've been supportive. I've had probably I would probably say the one thing while it's been great studying at TAFE New South Wales in terms of studying the degree, in terms of the political side, there's still a struggle when you're a political activist, there's the odd one or two that has issue, but generally speaking, I found the vast majority in TAFE New South Wales have been, fairly supportive of what I'm doing. As I said, there's only there's only like one or two individuals that has a problem with the political side, but they were open to having a conversation about it, which is good. It's been like an interesting and fun journey, and I particularly loved doing that today, and I'm finding the experience of celibacy teaching very rewarding and very worthwhile, and implementing the Certificate 4 in celibacy in TAFE New South Wales, depending whether they put it on the free TAFE list or the affordable option. It will effectively mean it will open the doors for the trans and gender diverse community to be able to legally register as either civil celibates or religious celibates, or state authorities or ordained ministers of religion, and will ordain them, and they'll be able to get the qualifications. That only takes 6 to 12 months to complete, and then be able to legally register at a Commonwealth level. That's the future. That's the future plan. And while there's still a few qualifications I've got left to do in terms of getting to that goal. It effectively means that anyone who this will effectively mean that trans and gender diverse people no longer have to, you don't. It opens up another option of essentially bypassing those religious schools that discriminate. Just great, and good news on that front. The New South Wales Anti-Discrimination Board have officially taken on the university anti-discrimination case, which is a huge victory in terms of trans and gender diverse rights for the equal right to complete theology degrees. And they said they would take about 6 months to investigate the matter, in which they will make a decision of whether it goes to conciliation or refers back to NCAT. It's thanks to your awesome and amazing support, we've been able to, defend trans and gender diverse rights, like our church is growing. We've just had as of Friday, we've just had another student who stepped forward, who's interested in. Who's also interested in doing the certificate 4 in celibacy, being taught by transgender teachers, which is really, really cool. So already we're taking a waiting list of LGBTIQA plus people who are wanting to do this course, and so it's showing that the demand is there, and which is really amazing and good. The other important announcement is coming up on I believe it's the 5th of October. Community Action for Rainbow Rights are holding a protest for trans and gender diverse rights at Sydney Town Hall at 1 p.m. Further details in relation to that, check out the Community Action for Rainbow Rights Facebook page. The other important announcement is CLACCA ULC is back in court on the 27th of September to stand up to defend trans and gender diverse rights, and to stop to say no to transphobic violence within churches from a former church. It's in relation to that matter, it's looking very, very close to victory, which will be good. Look, it's been a 10-year fight for the equal right for this church to exist within Australia, and so it's been very much thanks to your support. We've been able to do this for 10 years. Stay tuned towards the end of the year, given the fact that it's CLACCA ULC's 10th anniversary this particular year. We will be having a special anniversary segment coming up later in the year. Also, the other important announcement that we've got is Rainbow Recovery is still continuing to meet every Tuesday from 8 o'clock and on Saturdays from 7 o'clock. For more information on that, check out the Rainbow Recovery Facebook page. And so now we will do the message. And so this particular message comes from The Foreigner and the Widow. And this Sunday text invites us to reflect on important aspects of the salvation in Christ. And the Gospel of Luke relates one of Jesus' healings. As in all such cases, there is a strong relation between faith and life. This time, the beneficiary is a marginalized and humble person, a foreigner's servant. In other words, The person belongs to one of the categories of the famous trilogy of the poor in the Old Testament: orphans, widows, foreigners, LGBTIQA plus people, and such. People who are viewed as weak or discriminated against in society of the time. The Lord praises faith of the centurion, a pagan, and gives an example. It gives an example to the Jews. Previously, the person who humbly pleaded for their servant's health had told Jesus, "I am not worthy to have you come under my roof." The liturgy puts this simple formula on our lips as we prepare to receive the body and blood of the Lord. Life is God's gift. Faith welcomes that grace. Here, we do not have a relation of reward to merit, but of grace to freedom. A grace emanating from a God who is sensitive to human pain. For without compassion, literally feeling with, there can be no authentic gesture towards others. What motivates Jesus is not the carrying out of duty or a function. Instead, it is closeness to people. If we are not deeply moved by the situation in which the poor are living today, we will not know how to be in solidarity with them. Many discussions concerning the poor and their total liberation come from people approaching the matter in an ideological question rather than a reality clamoring to God. Luke shows us Jesus' sensitivity in this regard. The foreigner represents a type of poor, but there is also another dimension, namely the universality of God's love, as evoked in the text of the book of Kings, our first reading. In the beginning, the Jews, a universalistic people, did not allow pagans in God's salvific work. But the Lord is calling everyone to communion with him, including the Wiccans and pagans. The temple of believers must be open to all people of the earth. Now, some say that it is a dangerous temptation for those who belong to the church, the community of believers, to look with distrust on those who are not part of it. This attitude will always be challenged by the gesture of Jesus, who proposes as a model to us the faith of a Wiccan, someone who humbly addresses Jesus out of love for another, Jesus' servant in this case. Paul was the great apostle to the Gentiles. In this epistle to the Galatians, Paul fights the tendency to reduce Lord's work to the members of the Jewish people. This is a powerful inclination, and the head of the apostles, Peter himself, gives in to it. In this epistle, Paul tells us how Paul had to fight for the universality of Christ's work in chapter 2. For Paul, this is defending the true gospel in 1:6-10. Paul knows that Paul has a message to communicate, but that does not give Paul ground to feel superior to others, because Paul is convinced of what Paul has to proclaim. Paul is not afraid to confront great themes and challenges of the time. Paul does not follow the easy way out by taking refuge among those who think like Paul. Paul does not keep silent when Paul has to speak. Paul does not use the gospel as a springboard to obtain dubious social prestige. Paul knows that this is not the way to be the servant of Christ. Our next song of praise is Fight Song, and it's by Rachel Chapman, and it's being interpreted. This is Auslan interpreted, and then we will go to Open Communion.
Like a small boat on the ocean,
sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep, say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years, I miss my home, but there's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe, yeah, I still believe. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. No, I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Now it's time for open communion. On the night that Jesus was betrayed, Jesus took a loaf of bread and broke it and said, "This is my body, which is broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me." In the same way, Jesus took the cup after supper and blessed it and said, "This cup is the new covenant of my blood, which is poured out for you. Do this in remembrance of me." This table does not belong to the state. It doesn't belong to the church. It belongs to God, and all are welcome to the table. Please come and share in this meal without discrimination. And so our next song of praise is "I'll Stand By You" by the Pretenders. And then we will go to our offering.
Why you look so sad? The tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me now. Don't be ashamed to cry. Let me see you through, 'cause I've seen the dark side too. When the night falls on
stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Baby, into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand
Ooh, and now it's time for our offering. If you'd like to donate to the life and work of CLACCA ULC, you can donate to our fighting fund, and it's particularly important now because we need to get some t-shirts for our new people that have just joined us. So to donate to CLACCA ULC's fighting funds to help cover the costs of t-shirts for our new new people that have joined us. Join us. You can donate at CLACCA ULC Sydney, BSB 112 879 495 470 290. Or you can go directly to CLACCA ULC Sydney's website at claccaulcsydney.godaddysites.com/giving, and then just click on the donate. Just click on the donate now button on the bottom right hand of your screen. And so now we're going to go to our final song of praise, and then we will send you out with a final message for the week. And our final song of praise is a song by Justin Bieber, and it's called Holy Feet, and then we will return with our offering.
I hear a lot about sinners. Don't think that I'll be a saint, but I might go down to the river. 'Cause the way that the sky opens up when we touch it, it's making me say that the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feels so holy, 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 holy. Oh God, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. 'Cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feels so holy. I don't do well with the drama, and no, I can't stand it being fake. No, 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 no. I don't believe in Nirvana, but the way that we love in the night gave me life, baby. I can't explain it. And the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. Feel so holy, 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 holy. Oh God, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. Cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. Feel so holy.
It's sad for me to have to make this announcement, but we have to shut down the plant. I know it's due to the current and ongoing global situation. You have been incredible employees, and there is simply no way that we can keep afloat at this particular point in time. I want each and every one of you to know that you are highly valued. We're going to... I'm truly sorry.
They say we're too young and the pimps and the players say don't go crushing. Wise men say fools rushing, but I don't know. They say we're too young and the pimps and the players say don't go crushing. Wise men say fools are rushing, but I don't know.
Chance, the rapper.
The first step pleases the Father. Might be the hardest to take. But when you come out of the water,
I'm a believer, my heart is fleshy. Life is short with a temper, like Joe Pesci. They always come and sing your praises, your name is catchy. But they don't see you how I see you, Parlay and Desi. Cross tween Hesse, hit the jet speed. When they get messy, go lefty, like Lionel Messi. Let's take a trip and get the Vespas, or rent a jet ski. I know the spots that got the best weed, we going next week. I wanna honor you. Rise groom, I'm my father's child. I know when the son takes the first step, the father's proud. If you make it to the water, he'll part the clouds. I know he made you a snack like Oscar Proud. Suffer it to be, so now gotta clean it up. Formalize the union and communion he could trust. I know I ain't leaving you like I know he ain't leaving us. I know we believe in God and I know God believes in us.
you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me.
Hey, you folks all right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Where you guys heading?
We don't really know.
I'll tell you what, I'm heading in the direction of a warm meal if you guys are up for it. Buenas noches.
You hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. Feel so holy, 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 holy. Oh God, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. Oh God, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. Oh God, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second. 'Cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feel so holy.
So, a final message to you. Whatever happens this week, I pray that the coming week will be fruitful and more importantly, yes, I thank all of you for joining us. Please join us next Sunday from 5 p.m. And stay if you wish to keep up to date for what's going on in CLACCA ULC and all the latest info, please check out CLACCA ULC's Facebook page or stay up to date with CLACCA ULC's website. That's all for now. My name is Mr. Rev Comrade Rowley. Thank you very much for joining us and God bless and bye for now.